This means that it is actually transmitting a Wi-Fi signal that you can join. This is actually one other cool thing is they have an SMB, so this is a Samba share on port 445. Hey guys, welcome to another video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the RavPower All-In-1 FileHub. These are slick, cool devices, and this is something that every tech gadget guru should have in their tech bag. Especially if you travel, this thing is amazing when it comes to its functionality that it offers. Okay? When I say all-in-one, we're going to cover what all means. So, this is a wireless router, a wireless media sharing device, a 6,000 milliamp external battery, and that's not all. Here's the model number, but check the show notes for a link. As you can see there, RPWD03. Get that back in the frame. So let's open this up, take a look. I'll show you the back here real quick too, but we'll see this when we look at the device. Input 5 volt 1 amp, output DC 5 volt 1 amp. So when it charges, it is only a 1 amp out, but you know, that's good enough to charge your phone. It would charge your iPad, but slower and not a full charge. So we've unboxed it. So you get an instruction manual, micro USB cable, the device itself. Let's go ahead and open this up. Alright, so let's take a look at the actual FileHub here and what all you get and what all this does. So first off, here's your in. So this is what you're actually going to use to charge this bad boy. Okay, here's a little reset button because this is a router. You know, you're going to want to password protect it because you'll be broadcasting your own Wi-Fi signal for your own personal hotspot and your own personal network, and you don't want intruders to join on and be able to access the devices that you've got connected to this. On this side, you actually have an Ethernet jack. So what does that do? Well, say you're at a hotel room and they only have one of those RJ45 cables coming out of the wall and no Wi-Fi unless you want to pay separately for Wi-Fi, and maybe you get the wired internet free, but you're limited to just plugging it into your laptop or whatever, your one device, and that's it. So now your iPad and all your other gadgets can't use Wi-Fi. Well, plug that RJ45 into this and broadcast that Wi-Fi, that hotel internet, out to your devices through this. So you're basically going to take a wired connection and make it wireless. USB, so if you've got a USB drive with data on it, you can plug that in there and you can stream it and access it, save photos, whatever you want to do, straight to that USB storage device. You can use something like this, which is just one of those devices that you can plug into a phone. This is an OTG, so I could take this, plug it into an Android phone, copy files to it, plug it in here, and transfer it to the SD card, which, hello, here's your SD card slot. So same thing, you want to stream media, save stuff to SD cards, put it in here. You can now do SD cards and USB video or USB storage devices from the exact same device. Pretty cool. Now I also mentioned that this is a router and also a charger. So we've got 3/4 charge basically, and then we've got our little Wi-Fi signal here. So what we're going to do, there's an app that you got to download if you want to interface with this, or it has this website, and we'll show you that too, because there's a way you can interface with this via a browser. You don't have to have the app, but we'll look at both and show you some of the features and how this actually works. So I'm going to pause the video, we're going to get this all set up, and we'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, welcome back. So we have quite the little smorgasbord of stuff going on here. So let's go in and I'm going to show you. We've actually got the RavPower FileHub here running. You can see the little Wi-Fi light is on, so therefore this means that it is actually transmitting a Wi-Fi signal that you can join. This is actually also bridged to my home Wi-Fi. So basically internally I pointed this to my internal Wi-Fi. This doesn't do 5 gigahertz. It only did the 2.4 gigahertz band. So I had to join that. But now anything that joins this private Wi-Fi has an internet out. Pretty cool. I also have an SD card plugged into this, and I also have a OTG Android and PC and Mac USB stick here, as you can see, plugged into that. So we've got two file systems basically that we're able to access, the USB drive and the SD card. So let's go ahead and put that down. Now, what we did on the iPad and on the iPhone is we actually would join the Wi-Fi signal that this produces. So as we can see here, we can get it to broadcast out. While that's looking, I want to show you that I did a quick little scan, and once I was connected, it gives it itself as a 10.10.10.254. This is IP address that here's our ports open. He's got port 80, although I was not able to access a website on this one, so I pointed my browser to the IP address of 10.10.10.254 and tried to access a website and had no luck getting to the website. So that one is a little bit of a question mark for me, but port 80 is there. One other cool thing is they have an SMB, so this is a Samba share on port 445. So anything that's looking for a, like a NAS share on your network, Linux even included, can find this Samba share and use it. And there's some apps like Goodreader and stuff like that that actually use Samba shares. Very cool. NetBIOS, host2. Now this is a router, so it's got DNS, UP, NP, and then you can see it's online pingable firewall. Then it is a gateway, MAC address, and all that kind of stuff. So I did want to share that. So I've actually joined the Wi-Fi here called FileHub Plus, and then it's -OBE4. It's password protected, 8 ones out of the box. So it does have that. If we click a little information on here, we can maybe see. Can we see what kind of protection it has? So I was looking to see if it's WEP or what, but can't really see that in here. But we have joined it. So let's go ahead and launch the app, FileHub Plus. I've done the exact same thing on my iPhone. Let's go ahead and let it join FileHub Plus. So now that FileHub Plus is this private network. Okay, so technically we wouldn't have internet if we hadn't have bridged this to the internet app. So both devices have now joined it. So let's bring up a browser and just make sure we can get to, let's say, Google. Google.com, go. Alright, we have internet through this, through the home Wi-Fi. Okay, just to make that clear. So let's go ahead and download bring up this app, FileHub Plus, also for Android, also for iOS. Now, you can go in here and you can look at documents, file folder, system. Down here you can see it's got SD card and USB, so if you selected the USB, which would now be looking at this USB drive here, it'll remove it. So we've actually made it so where we can eject this, so I'll go ahead and unplug it. And now we can use this as a charger. So if I plug in my USB here and my little Legion meter, we're going to see what kind of, looks like it's 5 volts, so we're going to plug in the iPhone and we're charging. So the charge right there. And if I click my Legion meter, let's see what she's got out. 1.4 amp, so it's about 1.5 amp out. 6.7 or 8 watts. And we're in the Apple mode. 5 volts. So we're charging the phone. Now let's go ahead and just leave that in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on the iPad, we're going to go to the file folder, and it's seeing the SD card. So if I select the SD card, and I want to stream some video, there we go.
Jane versus Jane.
This is actually a Hearthstone game that I had recorded earlier on my PC with Windows 10.
Tear you apart.
So you can see I'm streaming the video from the SD card to the iPad. I'm not playing the game, but you can see it's actually going. Really cool. Another option is to stream this. So let's refresh. Hopefully refresh. It should see a Chromecast and the Xbox System OS. So you can actually stream this out to other devices, to TVs. For some reason it's not seeing my Chromecast, but it is there. So that's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and go back. Music wise, we want to stream music. Now remember, let's see. No, it's not saying that I do not have something associated with it to open. So we'll have to get something associated with the, oh, these are FLAC files. Never mind. Can't play FLAC files. So maybe I'll have some music on the SD card. But anyway, all that, we're watching the Hearthstone video and we're charging the iPhone. Alright, so let's go ahead, disconnect this, because this is just a charger. And let's go ahead and reconnect our USB drive that actually has some more files on it. So we'll just plug this in like so. Now if we continue out, hit file folder, taking a minute. Now let's go into system settings while that's updating. So if we go in here, we can do Wi-Fi settings, LAN settings, internet settings. Now the internet settings is where you actually will pair it up. It'll look at your surrounding and look at SIDs that are out there. Now this Netgear 24G, that is my home. I connected to it, I put in its password, therefore it's bridging the Netgear 24G Wi-Fi out. That's how everything's got internet, okay? So that's one cool thing. Let's go back. Now also you can do a guest user account on and off. You can do cache settings, 512, 1 gig, 2 gig. Language, about, this one's cool, third party open setting. Alright. Say you don't want to use the default viewer that this app has built in. You can actually install other default viewers. I have VLC, O Player, Good Player, O Player Lite, and Ace Player. I've selected Ace Player, so when I select the video, it comes up in Ace Player and plays it through that, not the player that's in here. So that's pretty neat. If I needed to get an MP3 player or a FLAC player, I don't think I can find a FLAC player on here, but definitely something that you could look at. Now, if we click on file folder now, we should see both devices. Yep. So let's go to the USB drive. And we've got a couple movies, but we don't again have any songs on here, so I can't really demonstrate an MP3, unfortunately. Now you can go back and forth. This is the local device here. So if I went to iPad videos or music, you know, it'd try to bring up a directory of what's on the local device. Same with the music. There's some music. Now I can't actually play the music here. I could do, let's just hit play. Boom. This is on the local device though, but this is through the app. So, pretty cool. Now what I wanted to demonstrate, if we go into file folders, go back to the FileHub, go back to the SD card. So we're going to copy a picture. So let's see. We're going to copy this picture here, which is on the SD card. I want to bring it to my iPad. So I'm just going to click this button here. And I'm going to say transfer to local device. Let's put it in the photos, camera roll, OK. And now you can see the file transferred. It's complete. So if I actually were to close this app, go back into the iPad settings, bring up photos, there it is. Took that from my SD card to that. Now, take it another notch. Say I want to copy it from my iPad. Launch the FileHub Plus on my iPhone. Go here. Now, if I took it from the iPad, just vice versa, let's get this iPad picture here. So this is a screenshot of the iPad, some time ago. So I want to copy that to my iPhone. So how are we going to do that? We're going to go ahead and bring up the app. We're going to go back. We're going to go to the local device. We're going to go iPad photos, camera roll, and we're going to select this screenshot. And we're going to say transfer. Oh, we hit the wrong button. Camera roll, select, boom. I'm going to transfer to the FileHub Plus, the SD card, the DCIM, 100 media. Okay. It's transferring to the SD card from the iPad. So now, I'm going to go to my iPhone. I'm going to select the exact same location. Should be able to find that iPad photo on here somewhere. Somewhere. I'm going to guess it's down here at the very bottom as it loads up. Boom. I'm going to select. I'm going to say transfer Transfer to local device, iPhone photos. Okay, can have access. Okay, we're transferring it. So this was a file that was on the iPad. We transferred it to the SD card, and now we're transferring it to the iPhone. So basically, I'm transferring wirelessly between iOS devices. I go to my camera roll. There we go. I just transferred that file from my iPad to the FileHub to the iPhone. Slick, totally cool. Gotta love it. So I'm going to launch the app, the FileHub Plus, and I'm going to start streaming my Hearthstone. Hopefully you'll see it streaming here in a minute. Now, if you've noticed, there's a little ladder. If you have a portable Bluetooth speaker like this, stream your audio to your Bluetooth speaker. So that's what this is doing. Brings you a lot better audio. Okay, now I'm also going to go back to the iPad. I'm going to hit File Folder. Oops, File Folder, FileHub Plus. Now I'm going to go to the SD card. Oops, that's where we're streaming from. So let's go to the USB. Now I'm going to stream Fury. So this is having a little problem loading for some reason. It's 32%, 47%. Trying to load Fury to stream over here. So we should be being able to stream two things at once, basically. There we've got Fury, the movie playing. It says Sony. Now we've got Hearthstone going. The Hearthstone's having a little problems, but this one is going okay. So this is using the native player. So let's switch this. Remember we said we can actually go into the settings here. System, third party. No, I want Ace player. Let's do VLC. And let's go to File Folder. SD card. And let's launch Black Hat. Let's see what we get. So we got Fury streaming from the card here. And now we've got Black Hat streaming here. Check it. See if we can get some audio here. So there's Fury. And there's Black Hat. Now, that was using VLC. Let's go back to System. Third party opening. Just select Ace. Go back, go to File Folder. Back here. Black Hat. Now, for some reason on here, it's not launching the Ace player. This one's definitely launching the Ace player, but on the iPhone, maybe we need to just close this out. Try that again. System, third party opening, Ace player, home, File Folder, USB, Black Hat. Actually, let's see. Let's go to the SD card and do Black Hat. Replay video, boom. Now, for some reason on the iPhone, I'm not getting it to launch the actual Ace player. Pretty sure I had it installed. But there you go. We're launching the Black Hat. And we've got two things streaming here. Now, you can shuttle through it, so I can fast forward here. Let's fast forward here. That one picked up. That one picked up. So we can shuttle through pretty good without any problems. All streaming wirelessly. Boom. Black Hat, Fury. Black Hat, Fury. Alright guys, so that is the RavPower all-in-one file hub. Can do some really cool stuff with it. Take it on the road, have the kids be able to watch multiple things, have your headphones, whatever, so they can listen to them. If you want to have your own little personal media, use your Bluetooth speaker to broadcast that sound out a little bit better. check the show notes. I'll have a link where you can pick one of these up. These are just so cool. This is one of those must-have devices. If you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.